What's going on, guys? I was just thinking something to myself, and this is so true. As a black man within the black community, as a black man, if you don't identify, you know, with the criminal lifestyle, you're not going to be respected as a black man. And I'm sure you guys know where I'm coming from with this presentation here. As a brother, if you don't live the criminal life, as a brother, if you're not from the hood, if you're not selling drugs, if you're not walking around with firearms, as a brother, if you're not involved with the criminal life, you're not going to be respected as a black man. We all know this. Being black is not where it's at. It's sad that it's this way, but this doesn't apply to other ethnic groups of men. But as a brother, you have to identify with the criminal lifestyle. Leave your comments in the section of this video. Let me know if you agree, because this is the truth right here. A lot of people don't like the truth. This is the truth. As a black man, if you're not from the hood, if you're not selling drugs, if you're not a gang member, you're not going to be respected as a black man. See, if you a black man that come from the suburbs, you ain't selling drugs, you're not involved with the criminal element, black women are not going to want to give you any pussy as a black man. They not going to respect you. Black people in general are not going to respect you as a black man. See, as a black man, you have to identify with that criminal element. I felt this would be a great presentation for this morning. Hope everybody's having an okay Friday. But this is the truth. As a brother, you got to identify with that negativity, and you could blame rap music. You could blame the culture. You could blame all of that. This is why I say, being a brother is not where it's at. It's not where it's at being a brother. This is why I wish I was a white man, because, being a brother, you got to be involved with that criminal lifestyle. You got to live a head buster type lifestyle. Other races of men don't have to be head busters and drug dealers. They don't have to live this kind of lifestyle. But as a brother, I felt, I know that you have to be involved with the criminal element. And I know I'm not making this up, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys agree with what I'm saying. As a brother, you'll get more respect if you're from the hood, gangbanging, selling drugs, walking around with guns, keep them sticks on you. As a black man, you have to mess up your life in order to be seen as real. As a brother, if you're not involved with any type of negative behavior, you're not going to be respected as a black man. You're just not. It's sad. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. I wish it wasn't this way, but unfortunately, this is the way that it is. I mean, you look at a brother like Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, a clean-cut brother. And I know a lot of women find him attractive, but see, as a brother, you got to be from the hood. Michael B. Jordan not from the hood. As a brother, you got to be out the trenches. You got to ride around with them sticks. You got to sell that dope. You got to push that yayo. That's the life you got to live as a brother. If you want respect, if you want to be seen as an icon, as a black man, if you want respect from the black woman especially, if you want respect from other black men, you have to live the life of a savage. You got to be a dome checker, a home wrecker. Like that song that BG had called Gunslinger. Label me a home wrecker, I'm a gunslinger. Label me a dome checker. That's the kind of life you got to live as a brother. If you don't live that type of life, you seen as a loser. And a lot of people may watch this presentation and think I'm crazy, but I'm just telling it like it is. See, people don't like the truth. And sometimes you can be too real for people and they can't handle it. But it's the truth. This is why I wish I was not a brother. I'd rather be Mexican than be a brother, because it comes with too many problems. Being a brother comes with too many issues. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only brother that feel this way, that being a brother come with too many problems, because it does. As a brother, you got to live that criminal lifestyle. You got to be, you got to be in and out the streets. You got to be living that head buster life if you want respect. That's why even Destiny's Child made that song, If It's Gotta Stay Hood. You notice they didn't make a song talking about brothers from the suburbs. If it's gotta stay hood, I ain't checking for him. Better be street if he looking at me. This is what gets you respect as a brother. I was just thinking to myself, as a brother, growing up in the suburbs, walking the straight and narrow path, living a righteous type of lifestyle, that's not gonna get you no cool points as a black man. That's not gonna get you respect. Messing up your life, going to jail and getting felonies on your record so you can't get employed nowhere, that's what's gonna get you cool points as a black man. You have to destroy yourself as a black man. That's what you have to be. Get riddled with bullets like 46 times, and they'll put a mural of you in the hood respecting you. That's the case. I used to wish I grew up in the hood, because sometimes I think maybe if I grew up in the hood, getting shot at every day, I'd have been a savage, and that would have probably attracted a lot of women, because you see the worst type of dudes getting all this booty out here. Women give it up to the worst type of dudes. As a brother, if you're not gangster, if you're not hood, you seen as soft and a punk. You seen as not even a real black man. That's why I say it's a lot that come with being a brother. This is why I wish I wasn't a brother. Because other ethnic groups of men, they don't have to be head busters. They don't have to be dome checkers. And they don't have to be home wreckers. This is why I wish I was not a brother. You could call it self-hate, I don't care. I'm real with it. I'm official. I'm to a point I just don't care no more. If people think I'm crazy, slow, stupid, whatever. I'm 35 years old. You can round that off to 40. I don't got nothing to lose. Life has been terrible for some people. And being in the grave, that's probably the best place that some people could be. There are certain people that should have never been here on this planet. If I knew my life was going to be this way, I wish God would have never gave me a life. It's a lot of people who should have never been given a life. Life is just terrible. It's terrible for a lot of people. And it's terrible being a brother. And I know you guys know where I'm coming from. Being a brother ain't where it's at. And I know it's a lot of brothers that feel this way, but it takes somebody with some real balls to get on camera and talk about this. As a brother, you got to be involved with that criminal element. And I was just thinking to myself, if you don't live the criminal lifestyle, you're not going to get no cool points as a black man. You're not going to have sisters wanting to throw that punani at you, wanting to slob all on your pole. You're not going to get that as a brother. You have to mess up your life as a brother. Even Lil Baby's mama say, she like brothers that come from the streets. She like dudes that keep them sticks on them. That's what gets you cool points as a black man. I was thinking to myself this morning, like, man, it's sad that as a brother, that is the kind of lifestyle that you have to partake in to be seen as real. Other races of men don't have to be involved with the criminal element to be seen as real. It's so terrible. But you guys let me know what you think about this. What you think about, being a brother. Do you believe that as a brother you have to be involved with the criminal element? Because I certainly do. If Russell Wilson was a savage, a head buster, he wouldn't have other NFL players calling him a square. If he was in and out of prison, out of the projects, a gang member, he wouldn't have, other NFL players calling him a square. That's why I say, as a brother, it's sad. But this is the life you have to identify with, the criminal element. This is what gets you cool points. This is what gets you seen as a real brother. It's sad. But you guys let me know what you think about this presentation. It's Friday, September the 6th. You guys have a great day.